Hey everyone, have you ever looked at the Great Pyramid of Giza and wondered, could everything we've been told about it be wrong? For nearly 5,000 years, history books have told us a simple story. Pharaoh Khufu built this massive monument as his tomb, using thousands of workers, copper tools, ropes, and pure human determination. But when you take a closer look, the story starts to fall apart. Today, we're going to dive into the secrets, mysteries, and shocking evidence that might completely rewrite what you think you know about the pyramids. This isn't just history. This is a story of secrecy, lost knowledge, and perhaps even a cover-up that hides the truth about who really built these astonishing structures. The official story and its problems. Most of us grew up learning that the Great Pyramid was built around 2550 BC by Pharaoh Khufu. It's said to have taken about 20 years to complete, with thousands of laborers hauling massive limestone and granite blocks across the desert. On paper, it's impressive. But here's the problem. There is almost no solid evidence to back up this story. For starters, there's not a single inscription from Khufu himself claiming he built the pyramid. Ancient Egyptians were meticulous record keepers. They left detailed accounts of religious ceremonies, daily life, and royal achievements. Yet, for their most iconic monument, there's almost no direct evidence. The so-called Khufu graffiti found inside the pyramid was discovered hundreds of years after its construction. And just because a name is mentioned somewhere doesn't mean that person built it. Then there's the purpose of the pyramid itself. Egyptologists claim it was Khufu's tomb, but unlike other royal tombs, the Great Pyramid contains no treasure, no hieroglyphs glorifying Khufu, and no trace of his body. If this was supposed to be the most important tomb in Egypt, why is there nothing inside? This absence raises a huge question. Could the pyramid's true purpose be something completely different? Something we haven't even imagined? Advanced technology and precision. Now let's talk about the stones. The pyramid is built with blocks weighing up to 80 tons. Many of these are granite, an extremely hard stone that's very difficult to cut, even today. Yet, inside the king's chamber, granite blocks show perfectly precise drill marks, perfectly straight cuts, and holes that seem impossible to make with primitive copper tools. Engineer Christopher Dunn studied these stones carefully. He found evidence of advanced machining techniques. Modern attempts to replicate this precision using copper tools failed immediately. So how could workers 4,500 years ago achieve this? Even today, it would be extremely difficult without modern machines. Then there's the alignment. The Great Pyramid aligns almost perfectly with true north down to a fraction of a degree. That's an extraordinary level of precision for a civilization that, by most accounts, had no advanced surveying instruments. Could this really have been done with ropes, plumb lines, and wooden tools? Even more mysterious is the interior lighting. To work inside, ancient builders would have needed torches or oil lamps. But the ceilings and walls inside show no traces of soot, smoke, or burn marks. Somehow, they worked in total darkness or used lighting technology we haven't discovered yet. Hidden chambers and doors. Now, let's go deeper. For centuries, researchers thought the pyramid contained just 3 main rooms: the king's chamber, the queen's chamber, and a few connecting passageways. But modern technology has revealed much more. In the 1990s, a German engineer named Rudolf Gantenbrink explored narrow shafts inside the Queen's chamber using a small robotic camera. What he found shocked the world. A mysterious limestone door with copper handles, hidden deep within a shaft. It didn't lead anywhere obvious. When a National Geographic team drilled a small hole through the door in 2002, they discovered yet another hidden slab behind it. And here's the kicker. No one has been allowed to open it fully. Egyptian authorities have blocked further exploration. Why? Are they genuinely protecting the pyramid, or is there something behind that door that someone doesn't want us to see? In 2017, international scientists used a high-tech method called Muon radiography, which can detect hidden spaces without digging. They discovered a massive void above the Grand Gallery, large enough to rival the king's chamber. And yet, it remains unexplored. Could this hidden space hold the answers to one of history's greatest mysteries? Alternative theories and ancient knowledge. Some researchers argue that the pyramids weren't just tombs. They were built by an advanced civilization whose knowledge we still don't understand. John Anthony West and Dr. Robert Schoch studied the Great Sphinx and found evidence of water erosion. Rain, not wind, shaped its body. But the last time there was heavy rainfall in the Giza region was over 12,000 years ago, long before Khufu's time. This suggests the Sphinx, at least, predates ancient Egypt as we know it. Could the pyramids also be much older than we've been taught? Another fascinating theory comes from Robert Bauval, who noticed that the three main pyramids at Giza align perfectly with Orion's belt, not as it appeared in Khufu's era, but around 10,500 BC. This alignment could show a deep understanding of astronomy, far beyond what historians typically credit to the Egyptians. If this is true, the pyramids might have been built to reflect celestial knowledge, not just to serve as tombs. Christopher Dunn also suggests that the techniques used to carve granite and move massive stones could indicate knowledge inherited from a lost, highly advanced civilization. Could this civilization have been global, influencing cultures across the planet long before recorded history? Graham Hancock points to sites like Göbekli Tepe in Turkey, built around 12,000 years ago, as evidence of sophisticated ancient builders. Transportation mystery. How did the builders move stones weighing tens of tons from quarries hundreds of kilometers away? No wheels, no modern cranes, no vehicles. Some researchers speculate the Egyptians may have used sleds, ramps, or even water lubrication techniques. But transporting these massive blocks still remains a logistical puzzle. Modern engineers struggle with moving stones of this size today. Resistance from mainstream archaeology. Here's where things get even more controversial. Dr. Zahi Hawass, Egypt's most famous archaeologist, has long controlled who can explore the pyramids and which discoveries get published. While his supporters argue he protects Egypt's heritage, critics say he suppresses research that challenges the traditional story. Independent researchers trying to study alternative theories, like the age of the Sphinx or Orion alignment, often face roadblocks. Why resist alternative ideas? Some suggest it's about preserving reputations, maintaining academic authority, or even protecting national pride. But could it also be hiding something more extraordinary? Something that could change how we see human history itself. Hidden knowledge and technology. All this evidence, the precision stones, hidden chambers, advanced engineering, and astronomical alignments points to a troubling possibility. The builders of the pyramids may have had access to knowledge or technology far beyond what we previously thought possible. Could they have had advanced machinery, tools, or techniques now lost to history? Were they descendants of an older civilization that passed on secrets to the Egyptians? And if this knowledge existed, why has it been erased from the historical record? Global connections and lost civilization. Graham Hancock and others suggest that Egypt might not be the source of this knowledge. They point to ancient sites worldwide, including Göbekli Tepe and the granite temples at Abu Simbel, showing remarkable precision and technology. Could there have been a global civilization that existed long before the rise of Egypt? One capable of moving massive stones, calculating astronomy, and building with incredible accuracy? If so, the pyramids might not be tombs. They could be monuments to a lost knowledge, preserved across millennia. Ancient Egypt may have inherited these skills, adapting them for their own culture, while the true origins remain hidden. Why history hides the truth? Why would mainstream archaeology resist exploring these theories? Accepting an older civilization with advanced technology would completely change history books. It would challenge ideas about human progress, ancient technology, and even civilization itself. Countries, universities, and entire industries have invested in the traditional timeline. Changing it would shake the foundations of modern history. For Egypt, there's also national pride. The pyramids are symbols of the country's identity. Suggesting that they weren't purely Egyptian creations could spark controversy and debate on a global scale. Conclusion: the mystery remains. So, who really built the pyramids? Were they constructed by Pharaoh Khufu and his workers, as the textbooks claim? Or were they built by an older, forgotten civilization with advanced knowledge we've yet to understand? Are there hidden chambers, lost technologies, or secrets buried beneath the desert that could rewrite history forever? The truth is, we don't know. The pyramid secrets are still locked away, hidden behind stone and sand, and guarded by the gatekeepers of history. But one thing is certain: Every discovery brings us closer to the truth. And the more we explore, the more we realize just how much we still have to learn. Imagine what it would mean if we finally uncovered proof of an advanced civilization long forgotten. It wouldn't just change what we know about Egypt, it could rewrite the story of humanity itself. So the next time you look at the Great Pyramid, remember, what you see may only be part of the story. The rest is hidden, waiting for the curious, the brave, and the patient to uncover. If you love exploring ancient mysteries like this, be sure to check out our other videos. Subscribe and join us as we continue to uncover history's greatest secrets. Until next time, stay curious, stay questioning, and remember, history isn't always what it seems. Thanks for watching.